Hey guys, it's Katie. Thank you for checking out my video today. So, I know it is almost the end of June, but I am just introducing my project pan for the year. I did not wear a ton of makeup the first half of the year. I don't know that I will be wearing a ton of makeup the second half of the year. It's summertime, we have a pool, I swim a lot, so I don't put makeup on, and we're not going anywhere. So anyway, I did come up with a few products that I wanted to try to get through the rest of the year, just because either they are getting older or I have other products that I'm kind of leaning towards more than these ones, but I want to get my money's worth out of them. Anyway, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get started with my products. I think I have 10 of them. So the first one is the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner in Pillow Talk. This was a mini size that came in a holiday kit, and this is kind of when I take the cap off, this is where it is right now. So I think if this is the only thing I use when I put on my lips, I should be able to get through it. Anyway, the next thing is the Thrive Causemetics Overnight Sensation Mask. So this is supposed to be a brightening and hydrating overnight mask. I do not mask a lot. I'm just too lazy. When I put something on my face, I want to go lay down and be done with it and not have to get up and wash it off. I don't love this mask though. It has very, very fine, like micro glitters in it. And I was kind of shocked. Like, why would you ever put glitter in a mask that you're supposed to wear overnight? I guess maybe that's the luminous part, but then when you wake up and you look in the mirror, you have these little glitters all over your face. And I'm just not a fan of that, but I am going to try to keep using it as long as it doesn't irritate my face or break me out or anything. I think I'm about right here right now, and I keep it by my bed to remind myself to put it on before I go to sleep. Otherwise, I won't use it. I've neglected it for so long. The next thing is an eyeliner. This was one of my drugstore favorites. It's the Loreal Carbon Black Infallible Never Fail 16-Hour Eyeliner. And I really like it. It has a smudger on the end. It works pretty well, although mine is just getting old and a little bit dried up. And I have other black eyeliners that I like to use instead. And plus, I'm kind of into liquid liners again right now. But however, when I roll it all the way up, it's about right there. So I think if I use this like in my tight line or waterline, I can get through it. But it's just time to move on from this one. So this is a hair product. And if you haven't seen any of my other videos, this is like not usually what my hair looks like. I just finished like over a year of chemo in January or February of this year. And I've been on and off chemo for about 3 years now. So my hair I've either been bald or had like a short pixie cut. My hair has not had the opportunity to grow for any substantial amount of time. So I was cleaning out my hair products the other night, and I was going to declutter this. It's the Not Your Mother's Beach Babe Texturizing Sea Salt Spray. And I figured my hair is long enough right now. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Long enough right now that I can use this and add a little texture and volume to it. And I'm about halfway through with it. So I think if this is just something I spray on like in the mornings or after I shower or something, I think I can get through it. And I like that it gives like a little bit of grit to your hair and just makes it a little more. And then I have a primer that I love. It is the NYX HydraTouch Primer. And I am almost done with it. I love this primer. It has that gel-like consistency. It just melts right into your skin, but does provide kind of a moisturizing base for your foundation. it doesn't really do anything else. It doesn't like smooth out. I think it does, because of that gel-like consistency, it does provide a little grip for your foundation, but its main component is just a hydrating base, and I really like it. I just have other hydrating primers that I want to start using as well, and I've had this. And I actually have two concealers. They're the same concealer, just in two different shades, and one of them right now in the summertime I use for my face, the other one I use for my under eye, and it is the Maybelline Fit Me concealers. These were the first concealers, like the first line of concealers I ever started using a few years ago. I really like that they are a very lightweight consistency, and they provide like a medium coverage. They're not gonna cancel out if you have really dark blue or purple circles under your eyes, but if you need that slight coverage or brightening effect, these really work. I like them. There's nothing wrong with them. I've just had them a really long time, and I want to use them before they go bad. So this is the shade 10 Light, and then the shade 15 Fair, which I don't know why this number is bigger but the shade is lighter. But anyway, oops. So I don't know how far I'll get, but these are the two shades. Mascara. I have a deluxe size of the Bare Minerals Lashtopia mascara. It's, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I just burped. It's an alright mascara. I think it gives volume to your lashes, but it does not separate them enough for me. It kind of clumps them together a little bit. So if you're somebody who likes a mascara to define all your lashes and kind of spread them out, I don't know that you'll love this. It's very wet consistency, and even having it open for a long time and letting it dry out, it's still an extremely wet consistency. So I like the brush, but just, I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me. And I'm wearing most of these products today, if not all of them, I think. So I do have that Charlotte Tilbury lip liner on, and then on top of it I have the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit High Shine Lipstick in the shade Send Nudes. So that's what I have over top the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner. This I have not used a lot. I have no marking on it because I've probably used it like 5 times. So really, there's nothing to show. But again, I think if I make a point to consistently pair these two together, I think I can at least get some more usage out of this. It's not my favorite color on its own, and so that's why I think pairing it with this lip liner will give me a reason to wear it and reach for it. And if I really like the formula, just not the shade. It's a little too pale on my skin tone. Okay, and then I have a foundation. This is my favorite foundation of all time. It's discontinued in stores. However, I have been able to find it online. It is the L'Oreal Lumi Cushion Foundation. There was a sticker across it, so that's why it's kind of messed up looking. This is the shade C3, and I love this foundation. I love it. All I do is take my flat brush and stick it in there and do my face. I love it. However, I've had this one for a while. I do have backups of it, and I have to use it before it like literally dries up or just starts smelling funky or whatever. And C3 is my summer shade. So, and I don't think I have a lot of uses left. I put it on today, and I really had to push my brush in there to get product out, or enough to do anything to show up on my face. So I think if and when I wear foundation, which honestly is not a lot in the summer, if anything, I will just like lightly dust the powder on. But I think if like when I don't know, I'm just feeling like doing my makeup for fun or whatever, if I reach for this one, I don't think it'll be a ton more uses before this is gone. And I just have too many foundations at this point, and it's stupid, and I need to stop buying them. And I really need to figure out which ones are worth keeping and which ones I can let go. The problem is I like all the foundations I have, but I just don't need as many as I have, so I need to start using them up or figuring out which ones I like better than the others and just stick with those. And the last thing I think this is item number 10, I don't know, is the e.l.f. Shadow Lock Eyelid Primer. So this, when I bought this, it was $1. I think it's $3 now. However, it is a great eyelid primer. I do secretly love the Urban Decay Primer Potion. That's my all-time favorite. But this one works just, it doesn't make your eye makeup last as long as the Urban Decay one. But if you know you're just going to have your makeup on for like 4 or 5 hours, I think this works. And it has kind of that doe foot application. You just swipe it on, tap it in, and I have no issue. This is probably the third one of these I've used. I have no issue with how my eyeshadow applies on top of it. My eyeshadow will crease if I don't use a primer, and so I do know that this works to help prevent the creasing. And this is a totally opaque container. I can't see through it even when I hold it up to the light. However, when I pull the doe foot out, there's not a ton of product, so I'm generously guessing that there's maybe a little less than half of the product left. And again, I tend to reach for my Urban Decay one, but if I make a point to use this one, I think I can use it up to here. I think those are all of my items that I can realistically use up by the end of 2020. Maybe not. I have other things that I would like to use up and get out of my collection. Not because I don't like them, but just again, they're either getting old or I found new versions of that category that I like better. However, because I'm not wearing a ton of makeup, I mean, maybe a handful of times a month, I don't think it's realistic that I'm going to be able to pan much this year. So, this year? Whoa, I don't know what that was. So anyway, stick around. I don't know how often I'll do updates. I only want to do updates if I have like progress to show. And I don't know that I would have enough progress to do an update monthly, but maybe every couple of months. But anyway, those are my items, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.